Did you see me doing that with my teeth?
Yes. Did you see the teeth check-in just before? Happy peak of the week. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Keeping it real, Donna and Cheryl. We've had a bumpy start of the day. Not gonna lie. Things haven't quite gone to plan this morning, which is the way that life sometimes works. We had 2 hours scheduled in for audible recording, and we recorded exactly 0 minutes of our book today because the microphone stopped working. All went fine last week. Microphone stopped working. We've tried different cables. Stuart, the gorgeous sound guy, was trying to help us out. Nothing worked. So we are now 2 hours behind with our recording, which is irritating to say the least, because we were really, really like steaming ahead and going great guns. But, you know, shit happens. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Donna even came along the house. Then we even had Neil turn up with different cables to see if and then we're like, it's working, the lights come on. No, that's a charging cable, not a power cable. Like, who knew there was different types of cables?
Data cable. It wasn't a data cable.
Keep it simple, people.
I mean, yeah. So you can imagine me being like the dinosaur of all things tech, was delighted, just stood there like tapping my fingers. Cheryl, who's good at this shit, like pressed every button known to man and it just wouldn't work. No. So now we're hoping that the Amazon gods get us the cable and a replacement mic by tomorrow's session. Otherwise, we're going to get really behind, and we don't want that, because we are doing our best to get it to you in the hopes that it'll be out for you before Christmas. This is why we're trying so hard to fit it in between everything else we've got going on, you know, and we've been busy. We've been at the spa this week.
It's been manic.
It's been crazy. So I spent my second week in the row starting it off at the luxury spa. Like, I've got to say, life is sometimes really challenging. But Rockcliffe was special because, believe it or not, Cheryl and I are like into our 4th year. So we've done 3 full years business, into the 4th year now. And since we started, we're like, God, one day, imagine like if we'll just be going to a spa together, talking about business, talking about our plans and big goals. And it's really important that you do that, because like Cheryl will tell you in a second, things you have like epiphanies when you're away from the day-to-dayness of your business and your life. But it's actually the first time we've been able to do it, or the first time we've created space for it. We could have gone a while ago, but we're just always busy. I'm like, it's important, let's create space, didn't we?
We decided to step out of the hustle. But it's so funny because we've never been to a spa together. So I get in the car with my interpretation of what a spa means to me. Donna's in the car with an interpretation of what a spa means to her. Not the same thing.
Turns out. Very different pages of what a spa is. So in my mind, in my little map of the world, a spa is just the break in the hotel. It's like, it's just the being there, chilling, relaxing. Cheryl gets in and tell them what your idea of a spa break is.
I was like, we've booked into the Clubhouse restaurant. I've got my hair heels. I've got this colour top on. I was like, I haven't bought any clothes for tonight. I was like, okay, well, we're in the restaurant at 8 p.m, so I might have to change that. And my idea of a spa break is going into the spa area where you go around the steam room and the sauna and the jacuzzi and the that and the other and blah, 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 blah. We've made it work. We just know next time we go to the spa, we need to put more treatments for Donna in, while I'm going around all of the rooms, in all of the steam rooms and salt rooms and saunas, and make sure, like, has anyone got any recommendations where you can actually drink alcohol in the actual spa?
I was like, I just want to lie around on a lounger and sip champagne and like just have people bring me shit. And they're like, oh, you're not allowed alcohol in the spa being the actual around the pool bit. And I'm like, well, I'm not bothered about that, but there must be just some nice areas you can lounge about and just have a drink and read your book. And that, no, was the answer to that. And a 5-star spa. So I wasn't impressed at that. Not going to lie. Not impressed at that. Like, to me, I put my robe on, I don't want to get out of it. I just want to be full of oils for like 24 hours.
We made it work.
We made it work.
2 different interpretations, 2 different agendas of what a spa meant. We combined them together. I didn't get in the spa till 3 o'clock. We combined them together. We paid extra to get in from 11 instead of 3. Didn't go until 3. But we made it work. Exactly. So someone can give us some recommendations for the next one with a spa where you can actually drink in the spa. Please, welcome. Anyway,
or like nice, just seated, heated areas and that don't involve steam, shit dripping on your head, or just being overly hot for no reason. I don't like being hot and wet. Like, just.
It's like, interesting. She doesn't like being hot and wet. I mean, that sounds odd, but she doesn't like being hot and wet in a spa. And yeah, so we need somewhere with a hot and wet room for me, and somewhere for a dry and champagne room for Donna. So anyway,
we got to be there, and as I pictured it, maybe it's not Cheryl, of us just lying around drinking really nice champagne, having lovely food most of the time, chatting, having ideas about things. Cheryl then came back. She had like my idea of lounging about how I was doing it happened for an hour. Cheryl went off. She came back. She's like, right, I've had ideas about this. And this is the beauty of when you're just sat at your desk and you're doing the stuff and you've got your list and you've got all you do is, generally speaking, more of what you did the day before. You've got to step away from the day-to-day hustle and grind and flow of your business in order to really just assess and of your life. How am I doing? What do I want more of? What do I want less of? Yeah, and what does that look like for me? And it's really important that you do that. Because if you don't, like I said, you will just get incremental versions of what you've already got. And for most of us, we're working to improve, to up-level, or to create something different within the 12 months.
It was great. I was in the sauna. I was like, ooh. It's a good idea. I was in there now. I came back. I was like, right. But it's because I know with my energy level, and we all do, but more importantly, when we all have different energies, right? We all operate in a different way. So I know that it's important for me to get some time alone to reflect, to come up with the ideas. Whereas for someone else, chatting the ideas out with someone might be a way that you're creating space and time for yourself by having conversations to allow, like Donna and I have just been sitting while we're together and not recording the book, doing some planning, but working things out together out loud, but we're still in that space where it was creativity and ideas were coming to us. So there's many different ways that you can do it, but it ain't sat with your ass down, your head down and your ass up going
generally speaking, that's not how you do it. And even on Saturday, when Cheryl and I did something away from the norm, which was going to pick up the car, we went to pick up Tyson, my brand new, well, my new, he's not brand new, but he's my new Range Rover on Saturday. And even just being in the car, having music on, doing a bit of reflecting, having a bit of a chat, talking about the rest of the year, we actually changed what we want to do in Q1 next year, because we had some space away from Zooms and all the rest to go, does that feel good? Like, does it feel good? Is it going to bring us joy if we do things in that order? And the answer was no. And we're like, right, then we are the CEOs of our life and our business. Let's change it. What feels good? And based on that, we completely changed what we said we were going to do in January isn't going to be what we're going to be doing in January, because it just, on reflection with a bit of space and just a bit of breathing room, didn't feel like the right thing. Team, if you're watching, we'll catch you up on it soon.
It's not as bad as you think. We've actually put something out rather than putting it in.
Yeah, we just thought we're creating more difficulty and more challenge. And if we want ease, grace, and flow, doing X, Y, and Z in January isn't going to bring us that. So how do we simplify? How do we make it feel good? How do we make it feel easy? How do we make it feel like it's going into January and it's exciting for us rather than like bloody hell, we're going to be flat out? Does that make sense?
Carpool karaoke.
I love that. Yeah, Wendy, carpool karaoke, 100%. And we do. And we have, Cheryl and I says all the time, we get some of our best ideas when we're not in the business. When we're working on the business, away from it with some space. This is why we've created Wealth Without the Hustle for you as a 3-day workshop next week. Because when we just did it in a masterclass, we're giving you a lot of information. And it's like, you go off and it's like, great, you'll take elements from it, but then you're still kind of left to yourself to go through it. Over the 3 days next week, you're going to be designing and devising a plan for 2022 for your life, your business, your mindset, so that you're walking away with real clarity, structure, purpose, practices that you're going to be implementing day to day to day to day to day to get the result that you want, which you're going to get clarity on when you're in the workshop with us. We're trying to make it easy and flow and grace for you too. But you've got to be in the workshop to do it. And if you, everybody's asking about the replays, you get the replays when you register and sign up for the workshop. Otherwise, you don't get them. Okay. Please don't ask me when I'm doing it again. We don't know. We're all about ease, grace, and flow. We may not do it again. We may or we may not. So if it's important to you, you'll create space to do it. And if you don't, then that's fine too.
Yes.
Okay.
We're not going to hold you down and make you do it. But if you want ease, grace, and flow, you want to go to the spa, you want to create the life of your dreams, you want to just create that ability to. Oh, somebody's back on the door and I've got angles under the thing. It's probably the cable. It's the cable. Hey.
Oh, it's the cable. Very good. So, yes. So we start next Tuesday. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. UK time. It is going to be epic. Day one, Cheryl and I were sitting going over the notes for day one just a little bit earlier, is amazing because we're going really into like how you sabotage yourself, how that's showing up in your energy every day, how you then address that, shift it, and start to create the energy that you want and need in your life, and really embodying what it is that you want to move forward. And we're going to be sharing some pretty fabulous modules to show you how to do that.
Be there or be square, people.
Yeah, 100%.
Peace out.
Peace out. We're leaving you now. Have an amazing peak of the week. One of us is back with you tomorrow.
You are back with Letty tomorrow.
Am I? I'm back with Letty tomorrow, apparently. So I will see you tomorrow. Jane's all signed up. Woo! Hoo! Love it. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. I love you lots.
Bye.